Okay, if this is no good, it's no good. I'm just gonna go for it. What?
That's the start of Hikaru's reaction after Hans Niemann lands the first of two back-to-back brilliancies in this game played in August 2022, so before the Sinkfield Cup drama. It was a random online blitz game and this one is fun. So Hikaru kicks off with knight f3 and d5 from Hans. Full reaction from Hikaru to come, so stick with this one. We get e3, knight f6, c4, a kind of Queen's Gambit-y English hybrid, e6 now played, knight c3, c5, Hans fully takes the centre, and so now Hikaru captures, or d4 could be coming. We get pawn recaptures, d4, Hikaru now fighting for the centre, but this bishop is locked out, it's going to come this way in future. Knight c6 played, now bishop b5, preparing to castle, putting a bit of pressure here. We get takes on d4 and the knight recaptures. And something we have to note now is that black has got the isolated queen's pawn, or IQP for short. That can become weak later in the game, but in the meantime it helps you attack with the black pieces. You've got open lines and outposts here for your knights. So we get bishop d7 covering this piece. Now castles was played, bishop d6, and it sets up some nasty Greek gift sacrifices where you take with the bishop, king recaptures, and then you hop with knight g4 check and you stream out with the queen. Very dangerous. So that's why Hikaru jumps back with the knight here, covers this square, and now a6 puts that question to the bishop because there's a threat to win a pawn here. So you're asking the bishop, what does it want to do? If it captures, you can cover your pawn again. So it drops back here, and now bishop e6 to cover the d5 weakness, and Hikaru carries on developing. His favourite move. He loves to fianchetto this bishop. We get castles, bishop b2, queen e7, completing development, preparing to bring the rooks to the centre. Rook c1 from Hikaru, rook a to d8, a bit unusual looking. You know, normally you'd see that rook come to the centre, but still this isn't bad. And now Hikaru re-centralises this knight. He's no longer got to worry about these sacrifices because the bishop's back on e2, not on b5 anymore, and so queen and bishop cover this key g4 square. If the knight hopped as a follow-up, you know, you just take it. So we now see bishop to d7 played. You know, there was pressure here. And Hikaru captures that piece now, changing the pawn structure potentially. So why doesn't black take back, support this pawn here, which is isolated and weak? Well, then this one becomes weak. Plus knight a4 comes, and you can really start murdering black on this c5 square if black's not careful. So after takes, we see bishop recaptures played, and now Hikaru wants to move this knight out of the way, open the scope of this sniper. Knight a4 is possible, but he goes knight b1, potentially bouncing the knight round here, that sort of thing. But now Hans doesn't let Hikaru get time for this because he brings this bishop to e5, offering an exchange of bishops here. And by the way, in that position where he just played bishop e5, another interesting option the computer shows is d4, giving a whole pawn just to open this bishop up. It's an interesting positional idea to remember in case you're ever on the black side of this. So Hikaru goes bishop a3, ducking the exchange, forking these, or skewering, sorry. So bishop d6 bounces back. Is Hikaru going to repeat? Well, no. He wants to play on. We get rook recaptures, and now d4 is a big threat here. So queen d4 now played to shut down the option of that move. We get knight e4 from Hans, very natural, and this knight goes on a wonderful journey now, because after knight c3, re-entering the game, we get knight g5, and Hans is about to reveal his big idea, because after rook fd1, very natural, we get knight e6, and now what should Hikaru play? Well, he should come to e5 here. It's his best move. But he goes to b4, setting up some x-ray tactics with the black queen, which is undefended. But the irony of this move is that it backfires on Hikaru. His own queen is also undefended. That's a problem. If Hans can find the best and brilliant move in this position, can you guess what he played to unleash the whirlwind of tactics here? And well done if you found the move of pawn to d4. Now Hikaru is a bit uncertain of what's going on here when this is played. So he captures this pawn, saying, okay, thanks, free pawn. But then here Hans lands a brilliancy. Again, do pause if you want to guess the move. The move he now plays is knight takes on d4. You can see the coach approves of this one in the top right. That's what Game Review says about this move. And look at the reaction it now gets from Hikaru, an absolute thunderbolt he didn't expect.
Okay, if this is no good, it's no good. I'm just going to go for it. What? Oh, he's got queen g5. Wait. Oh, he just got... I didn't even see queen g5. What the heck?
So here's the brilliant point of the move. If rook captures, which is actually the computer's favourite move, then black's got a sneaky shot. Now it's not captures back, because then you lose your queen. This is why the move looks impossible on the surface. But what you can do is play the in-betweener queen to g5. And now you're threatening mate and this unprotected rook on c1. And how do you deal with both threats? You know, if you drop back with the bishop to cover the mate, well, now you can take here, queen recaptures, the rook drops, and black emerges and exchange ahead. So coming back here, after knight takes on d4, Hikaru didn't capture that one. He played bishop g4. Now with queen g5, you're in time with queen takes on d6, sliding back the queen. But that isn't what Hans played. Here he lands the second back-to-back brilliancy, finishing the game on the spot. Again, pause if you want to look for the move. So the move Hans plays here is knight f3 check. What an exceptional shot. You also could have gone for knight e2 check as a good move. Now here, Hikaru resigns, but if he captures that one, this is the finish. You get rook takes with check, and you're opening up the queen on the undefended lady on b4. That's the end of the game. After captures, queen takes, what to do? You have to resign. Brilliant game from Hans Niemann and 98.1% accurate when you run it with the Game Review tool. I hope you enjoyed this one. Smash subscribe to never miss a future video and check out the video on screen to see another epic game of chess. See you soon.
I mean, what the heck? I just lost my mind. Yeah, I just lost my mind. I lost my mind. I just lost my mind. That's game over. I just lost my mind, yeah. I just lost my mind. I just lost my mind. I didn't see queen g5. No, I didn't resign too early because there's knight f3. I mean, it's just rook d1, queen b4.